the new Protector module, new logo. Essentially, Protector is an application and a suite that we're going to have in Securitor. So let me bring Securitor on screen here. So we have our Securitor, and this one as the new Protector suite that I'm going to show. On the left side of my screen, I'm actually showing an Android phone where I have the Protector app. So Protector is we call it an assistance app. It can be a panic button, but it can also be an assistance button, service button, or community app for that matter. And Protector takes from, some of you might remember our old APS. So we had, I think, 3 generations of APS since 2012. APS is retiring simply because the technology catch up, and at one point we need to change it if we want to add more features, and that's where Protector comes in. So we are releasing it this month. It's an app that you're going to find on the Play Store. It's going to be on the Apple App Store, the iOS store, in March. It's actually being worked on as we speak. As for the Securitor side, it's an add-on module that you can have for your Securitor. It's not installed per se with Securitor, with the base Securitor, so it's something that we need to install on top of it. It's actually, Protector was supposed to be part of the version 3 of Securitor, but it's ready before V3, so we are adding it as a custom add-on on top of Securitor 2.7.1. So in Securitor, when you start it, you're going to see this icon, this Protector icon here, and that starts the suite that we have here. So just to be clear, the old APS app still works if you add it with your Securitor, but at one point it's going to be deprecated on the store when both Apple and Android are making changes, technological changes, and eventually the app will not be available. It will still be available as an APK that we can release to you. So if you have APS, it's still working with your Securitor. Actually, all versions of Securitor since 2.1, and your controls in STNet are still available for APS. So your padding program packager and your APS configuration uploader are still there in STNet. As for Protector, it moved to a completely different feel. It's now this form that you have in Protector. So Protector actually reads from accounts in Securitor. It uses the users that you have in your Securitor. So if you go into account management and you look into your account 1236, you're in your contact list. Your contacts here are actually I'm the one here that I'm going to show in Protector. And that's going to be, if I go to users, 1236, and I'm here in Protector. So the key advance that we have in Protector, besides that it looks a bit better because it's younger, you can now have a completely customized experience per customer. Meaning that for each customer here, picture and details that we have on the customer, we have an expiration date that is specific to the customer. We have settings that are specific to the customer, even Rendez-vous, and we have a set of alarm codes that is dedicated for the customer. So I'm going to log out just to show you. The identification that we have is also personalized. So if I go into my Protector settings here in company information, my logo for Securitar, all the address that I have, this is customized. And per account, we're going to show you from per account, you can have logo on login that is different per account. So I'm currently with account 1236, and we have the logo of our friends at Alarmas Alpro in Mexico, which is showing here. But if I was to log in with another account like let me check. We can log in with our friend Isaac's user, which is this one, info at imtechnologies.gh.com, and I log in with password. So when we do this, we have a different experience. The quick alert and request for Isaac are different from the one that I have. And furthermore, I'm going to log out to show you that the login page actually changed to the logo that we have here. So this is the login page logo that I have for my 1236 user, my Eric user. And when I log with Isaac, we have a different logo. So you can personalize the entry logo for your central, but also per account you could have a different experience. If you're dealing with, let's say, several if you're giving service for several insurance company for roadside assistance, you could have a different logo per login. So if I log back in with mine, that's going to change as well. And we're going to see that my set of icons here are different. The services that I give are different. And if we go into our users here, you can completely customize this. So this is my user, and the experience that I have here is completely tailored for my user. And we're going quite beyond the panic button. So there's still this panic button here, this button that you can enable that will send literally a panic signal to your Securitar Central with the geolocation of the bearer. But we're going beyond this because you have the secondary icons here that can give another experience. So I'm going to stop my panic just to show you that the panic request is actually here. You have my location into the account, and so the account is actually in Frankfurt. It's the train station in Frankfurt, but as you see, I'm in the Montreal Island. So in your Securitar, it's going to show with the geolocation of the beer. Furthermore, in Securitar, you can in fact link, you have my geolocation and you have the closest guard here. So in my phone, I also have our mission control board or MCB app, and I'm the guard that is closest to the location. So from your live map, you are able to find your closest responders to this panic signal. But panic is one side of it. Panic can be for lone workers, it can be for your subscribers, but what we have in PROTECTHOR is actually a set of personalized buttons where you can do what you want. You can decide you provide a service for, you can have more alarms like fire, but you can provide more service like, for example, a taxi. Or funny ones here, you can specify that you had a zombie sighting, but this is completely customized, and this is done in the PROTECTHOR side. For your user, you edit, you say, okay, I want to remove the Raptor setting, and you have it. So at next login, this icon will disappear. Big difference that we have in PROTECTHOR, the login is based on email and password, which is sent from a welcome letter. So you have quite a lot of templates that you can define with your own welcome letter to the customer. That's different from APS. So APS, old one, we had this very old system of codes that you downloaded here. And so that meant that everyone with a code could basically log in, which is not the same now with PROTECTHOR. You are logging in with your ID, your credentials. So I'm logging in with my email and my password. And that means that it's a unique experience. So you don't have like 6% sharing, like you cannot have the whole family sharing the same login. It's a single person. That means that you can sell more PROTECTHOR subscriptions, or you can bundle them for families as you want. The same for employees of a business. Each can have their own login. That also means that it's actually quite easier to identify people. So unique experience, tailored experience per customer. And if you add those people with the old APS, you can import their codes. So for example, this is the code that I have in my phone. I can, sorry, I did click too fast. And if I import my code here, it's going to read from the server the codes for this this user of APS, and those are the codes that we have in the APS account, and I can add them to a new PROTECTHOR account. Another characteristic you're going to find in your PROTECTHOR account is you have a control over expiration date. That was not so great in APS. It was a complex system. Well, APS is now 14 years old. There were some technological issues back then, but right now in PROTECTHOR, you can specify the expiration date for your subscriber. And if I look into Isaac's account here, we have a very close expiration date, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, end of the month. And that can be changed on the fly. So I can go and I can edit the expiration date. And I can give an extension for 1 month to Isaac. So quite easy, quite flexible, I would say, in PROTECTHOR. And that also means that you can have the experience for the app So I'm going to, as a service for your central, but also as a community, a more community-oriented app. So I'm going to log in with Isaac's login just to show you that we customize the experience differently. So for Isaac's account, the target customer is the National Highway Authority in Ghana that is supplying the app as a service to people traveling on the highways of Ghana. So the set of icons that we have here is completely different. It's really more car oriented. So if you make a request, for example, here I have a flat tire, it's going to send to SECURITHOR this request, this notification that you have a flat tire, and it's actually sending it with your ID and your geolocation. In this case, I'm not in Ghana, obviously, I'm here in Montreal, but you have my geolocation. And that also means that from SECURITHOR, you can dispatch this to your MCB responders, going to be the closest as well. So in MCB is not just for guards and patrols. That means that you can have your towing car, your roadside assistance using MCB. That's one nice way to profit from the apps. You can resell the assistance service this way. And again, customize, it can be rearranged. You can still have the panic, but you can tailor the panic experience for each of your subscribers. Furthermore, the contacts that are loaded in the app are individual to the subscriber. So the city emergency, the roadside assistance that are provided for Isaac's account are not the same as mine. But Isaac can add contacts like personal contacts to the app. That's going to be his choice. Another great feature that we have in PROTECTHOR is the Rendez-vous service. Rendez-vous is French for appointment. It means that it's a form of geolocation. I can say I'm going to go to MCDI today on the Monk Street, and I'm going to be in that 200 meter radius. So you have from 200 meter to a kilometer. The minimum detection radius is 200 meter because that's the safe geolocation in phones as specified by Android. My arrival is, I can schedule it actually. I can say, okay, I'm going to be at the office, sorry, we're going to do it at noon, and I'm going to be there at noon. It starts a countdown when I do this. It's going to track me along the way, and you are tracked with the characteristics that we placed here in the rendezvous mode. So my tracking interval is every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes, it's going to sample my my location, and I can be asked to verify that I'm alive and well every in this case every 15 minutes. So I have an hour and 40 minutes to be 8.82 kilometers from here. I have the possibility to change my my arrival time, kind of a snooze button, but I can also share the my trip. So if I can email my my trace here to my friends, subject RV. So it sends a web link to my friends. I can share one that I made yesterday like this. So this is such a web link that I got coming from between offices. And you have the trace of my rendezvous journey yesterday, including all my location updates and even check-in. So every 15 minutes, I'm asked to verify that everything is good. As you see, I missed a few of those check-ins, and I did one here. And in my timeline, you see that where I was and that my rendezvous trip was completed. So it can be a safety measure for your family, but it can also be a very useful tool if in an industrial or commercial context. You are sending people to branch offices, and you can track them, you can verify that they arrived at the location. We had such feature in APS that was developed over 10 years ago. And that was for a Mexican petroleum company that wanted to ensure that executives arrive at gas stations in a remote area. So it can be this, it can be transport of goods between locations. You're moving goods between stores, and you can track your employees this way. That's so that's a supplemental feature that you have in PROTECTHOR. And again, it's customized per subscriber. So you can decide not to provide the rendezvous service to a specific customer. Besides, so we saw that there is a web sharing, and that brings me to another new feature of PROTECTHOR that we did not have in APS per se. So there is this web registration that is also available as an add-on to PROTECTHOR. We're basically installing a web server on top of your SECURITHOR and PROTECTHOR, and you have this page. The page can be customized, so the address and the logo that you see here actually comes from company information that we have here. So the company logo that I'm showing, it can be, so let me get you back. So I have the PROTECTHOR logo here. I have name of our friends at Alpro in Mexico. So I can customize this, I can change the logo for Alpro's logo. I'm going to do this, and that means that if I go back to the web page, the logo is updated. I could do the same with the identification of the central. When it is installed, it's possible also to change color of the background. It's a customized experience that we can have. So we can do this. So I'm going to do a web registration to bring you through a web registration. So it's essentially asking for the subscriber to verify his identity. I received an email with a code, so I need to enter that code to validate that I am who I am. So I need to identify myself, H4E3G1, our city. That's going to create a city in SECURITHOR if, and province if we don't have it already. So, for example, this district does not exist in Securitor. So if we go into our cities, we have one written like this, but if a new registration is done with a new district or new city that we're not already covering in Securitor, it's going to be added by the Protector registration. By the way, this Protector registration, it creates an account for a user in Securitor. So it could actually, it was designed as a tool to add a subscriber to Protector, but essentially it is doing it for Securitor, and you could create an account in Securitor using this tool. So we're asking a few things from our subscriber because well, we want to ensure that we are servicing people that are 18 years old or older, or actually the person that is creating the account is at least 18 years old in this case. Gender, we're asking gender and a few details because in this case, we're providing response service. If it was not the case, you could skip this, but if we're sending responders to help you, well, for example, requires wheel chair assistance, electric wheel chair. If we have let's say a picture that we want to add to our file, so we understand who we're dealing with. If we're sending our responders, they need to identify the gentleman. And we can review our information this way during the registration and complete, in this case, my Securitor and my Protector are set, so I actually need to verify the subscription before I accept the account. So if we go into our registration, we have our registration here that is pending. So this is the one I just made here with the supplemental thing. So I can complete selected registration. In this case, I can either assign it to an account that does not exist. So if I try that in an account that already exists, it's not possible. If I go with auto generate, it's going to take the last account number and it's going to add a 1, and I'm including Protector. So I'm going to confirm, so that means that if I go to my account management and Securitor, it's adding an account to the last account with my user. His picture is already there. The alarm codes are preloaded for it. And my user received this email with QR code. That's because we're going to log out of our oh no, we don't, yeah, log out. So let's log out, okay, and the QR code is used for this. The QR code will help you set up the server, so you don't need to set up a server name. You can just scan here. You have your user ID and your password that are also available. when you set up an account in Protector. Looking into the settings, there are a few things that we can do. Let's go to my account. There's something that is very neat. When I go to here in the settings, once I'm logged in, I can actually log in with, activate my panic signal with the FLIC button. FLIC is, we've been partnering with them for security, not for security, for MCB. It's, let's go to FLIC.io here. FLIC button. This is the FLIC button. It's a button that you can actually wear. I have mine on a lanyard, and let's see if I can. So they have it on the wall, but you can have it. No, I don't see this. Oh, you can wear it here in a watch, but you can also have it on a clip. So I have mine in the clip here with the lanyard, so I have it around my neck, but you could have it in this contraption that is essentially a watch. The button is available directly from, they're called Shortcut Labs. You can purchase it directly from FLIC. MCDI does not sell the button per se. They have prices. Dirk Luders tells me that they have prices for badges. You can also have it printed with your logo if you want. So the pairing of the FLIC button is actually quite easy. I have one in my hand. I'm going to pair a new button. I press on the button, and it's already. I'm already in the panic mode here, and it's pairing my. No, I know what's happened. My button is already paired in my MCB. So you have it here. Do you want to? Yes, it's already paired in my MCB here. Same thing with the Protector. So I'm going to forget it here, and I'm going to do pair a new button in here. Here it is, connected, simple as this. Once it's paired, you have it, and it's listening to the pairing. So that means that if I'm using my Protected, not this one, we're going to go back to Protector. Here, pair new button, click. Going to back here. So if I press the button for more than 1 second, it's actually starting the panic button, not the secondary. The panic button is starting from the FLIC button. And actually, I'm going to stop it here, and I'm going to go into another app just to show you that if I press the button, I'm not into the Protector app right now. And it actually started the panic button by itself silently. So even if I have the phone closed, actually, if I close literally the phone, let's go back to okay. Let's close the phone. If I press the button for 1 second and I go, you see that the assistant modes was enabled by the FLIC button. So it's in my pocket. I press the Bluetooth button, and my panic button is enabled automatically. So I don't need to have the phone in my hand or to have the app open to send my panic signal. I need to do it for the secondary signals. So if I request a taxi, yes, I need to be logged into the app. More information on PROTECTHOR. So your experience in PROTECTHOR, as I said, it's per subscriber, and you can decide. Well, you can have contacts that are app wide, but the subscriber will be able to import his contacts. Furthermore, from the central, we're going to provide you with a URL, so there's no certificate issues with it, but you can also have your own domain name if you want. The message templates, you can customize them. They can be in the language of your choice. So you can customize this. In fact, the app itself you are able to change the language of the app if you're dealing with expats, or simply if you are in a country where English is not the first language. Yes, you can have the app. In my case, I can have it in French. The about and the confidentiality disclaimer. So I'm going to turn it back in English so you understand what it means. So the about and the privacy policy, they are so when we make the app, it's a generic about and privacy policy. You can customize this on your own. You can provide in your company information, this is yours, but in your settings, you can specify the about and the privacy policy for your own. So it can be it can be your privacy policy and your about page, not MCDI's one. Which brings me to another topic, the personalization. So the app per se, it's the PROTECTHOR app that you're going to find on the Play Store and on the App Store. But we do provide service for personalization. So we did it in the past for APS. So this is the old APS app with its app icon. But if you go to, sorry, let's go to here. If you look at SITS or ERA here, they are essentially virtual clones of APS. They are apps that are personalized. So the ERA app is essentially the APS app that has been personalized for them with different small differences in it, but it's essentially the same app as APS, except it is made under their logo and their name. So if you go on the Play Store and the App Store and you're looking for ERA or SITS, you're going to find it, and it's not going to say MCDI or APS. So we do provide service for customization like this. I provide a quote on request for this. Typically, there is a price if you do it based on the skeleton of the app. However, keep in mind that the personalization of APS, the content of APS is already quite personalized. The button here for the panic it's actually in your settings. It's something that you can have per account. So the assistance button image that you have here, it can be different for, so in my case, I'm using the same as Isaac's, but in this account for warning in Germany, it can be a different button. So when you log into this, the button will be changed. The button is standard size, so we specify here 1280 by 720 or ratio of 16:9. You design your own button. You can put your own image into it. So the content of the app is quite personalized. The content here is personalized by subscriber as well, and your login info is personalized as well. So what we can do as for personalization goes is we can package the app with your app icon. So you give us your design of app icon here and the name you want. And you will need an account with the Play Store or the App Store. We do have the possibility of hosting you on our Play Store and App Store, so that can be a different app name. But that means that somebody would need to find the app in the MCDI Play Store. So what it means is that you would be listed here with us. The benefit of this is that it's fairly easy. We submit the app, and you don't need to have an account with Google and with Apple. Both charge a subscription fee for this, and you need to get into you need to file quite a few forms for compliance. If you want to do it completely on your own, yes, it's possible. We're going to package the app for you. We're going to help you with the submission of the app to the Play Store and the App Store, but it's a more lengthy process. The benefit of this is that you have an app with your icon, your name, but also it's not going to say MCDI, it's going to say, for example, Alarmas Alpro. If Alpro wants to have their own Play Store and App Store app. So that's the level of personalization you can have with PROTECTHOR, including you can extend it to your web registration here. The same here when you provide the links for tracking. The domain name, it can be personalized. It can be yours as well. So quite a different experience that you have in PROTECTHOR from the old APS. I'm done for my presentation. If there is a question and answer, we're now to the question and answer section. So if you have any questions for me, I'll be glad to answer them. Also, don't forget to unmute if you want to ask a question, or you can also place your question in the chat. But hey, you all know me. You know how to reach me by email or WhatsApp or Teams. So if you have a question for me afterwards, I'll gladly answer it. So while you're thinking of your questions, the catalog is being redone. So there's going to be, the page for PROTECTHOR has already been changed to explain a few things like the FLIC button as opposed to the old button that we were doing. And this here, well, it explained that you have a customized look for each subscriber. There's going to be 2 more pages in the catalog for Protector to explain the web registration and the community app. So the community app can be anything that that you want. You can resell this to a city. It can be company-wide. We were talking about that petroleum company in Mexico. They can have their own app for their own staff as a protection app, but also a service app for employees. If somebody needs a delivery or a pickup, yeah, that can be done this way. It can also be supplemental alarms. As we saw in the app, you could do a fire notification from the app. It does not need to be a fire panel on the wall. You could send this this fire signal from the app if you're noticing something from your premises. I was discussing with people who survey national parks. That can be a fire protection side to it. So it's really the limit is really the imagination, and since the experience is quite highly customized, you can have it the way you want. So I have no questions from the floor. Going to thank you for your time. The recording should be sent by the server probably before the end of the day. So I enjoyed the recording, and do reach out if you have any questions for me. Thank you. Have a good day.